Still, something's wrong here.
Alright, good morning, guys. And welcome, William, to the Trading Fam. Glad to have you here. Obviously, it's a Monday, and if we go to the daily chart, I know a lot of lines. We've reached premium arrays here, very deep premium, and then we've had this indecisive Friday candle right here. So when you have something like this on a Monday, it's probably not going to be a very high probability. So right now we are trading into this blue shade area, which is this hourly breaker here. See that? Good morning, Minty. Alright, strap down to the 5 minute. And 1 minute. I like how we're wicking off of the premium raise here. I want to see if we can get some displacement below this low here. And then if you take the 935 high, that was traded above on NASDAQ, but ES failed to take that out. Let's go over to the dollar. Dollar's shooting up higher as well. Let's go to the daily. Obviously, we've reached a lot of discount arrays as well that we wanted to see on the weekly and the daily. But I want to see if we can dig up deeper up into this gap and maybe this volume imbalance up here longer term. So yeah, nothing really to see yet here. You always want to have your expectations lowered on Mondays for sure. But NASDAQ here has reached a premium. And zoom in there. It's premium gap. And I want to see if we can find some type of resistance here. If not, it may just keep grinding up higher. And in that case, I'd probably just leave it alone and call it a Monday and come back Tuesday here. Okay, so we're getting some displacement off these premium rays here. An intermittent term high formed here on the 1 minute. NASDAQ, same thing. And I do just want to peek at the Dow quick. Okay, so buy side cleared there. Premium. So Dow's already taking out this 930 low here. So yeah, Dow is acting a little strange here. So NASDAQ is the leader between itself and ES. Sell side around 4528. Looks good. Yeah, it looks good, but once again, it's a Monday, and nothing high probability on the daily time frame here, so you want to be careful there. So Dow took out the 930 high here. Dow is very ugly, and I would never trade the Dow, as you guys know. Okay, so we do have a shift in market structure, and we are trading it up into this order block. Obviously, I'm not going to short this because, in my opinion, it's not too high probability, but if you're willing to take on the risk, wouldn't be too mad at you for taking that. So, give me a second here. Once. So now that we've displaced lower, there's a short-term high formed here. There's probably a lot of guys that are quick to put a trade on this morning, and maybe their stop, once we trade lower a little bit, maybe their stop will go above this high. So I'm anticipating this swing high to be taken out, potentially. So yeah, we're kind of just chopping around here. So once again, this quote-unquote trade could execute, but it's kind of a guessing game right there. So we don't guess around here. We only take the highest probability trades at all times. So yeah, let's just continue to watch price here. Scope it out. Don't just hop in here and gamble, because right now it is a gamble. For sure. So this short term right here was just taken out on NASDAQ. So yeah, once again, we'll see the short-term high taken out here. Maybe get a deeper retracement into this premium area here. Oops. So hopefully you can see why I'm not taking this short here. Obviously there's a chance it can pan out, but once again, I'm not a gambler, so now I have a lot of lines on my chart here. This is just a premium order block. Blue shaded area is a premium breaker, and then this is just a what should be acting as a balanced price range right here. And then obviously using this as an inversion gap right here, this 5 minute. Alright, so it almost got to that short-term high there. Notice how aggressively we wicked off on the 15 and hourly time frame on the NASDAQ. See that? Right off of that premium imbalance. Okay, for NASDAQ, we just almost closed in this regular trading hour gap as well. We do have sell side down here. On a normal day, or I guess any day from Tuesday to Friday, I would be expecting that to be taken out with higher confidence, but it is a Monday. After a very animated large range to the upside. Okay, so anyone shorted this, they may have gotten stopped out here. But if you were in my last stream, you didn't get stopped out, right? There you go. But yeah, the reason why this is 50-50 to me is because I can frame a short and a long. So for the short side, we have this intermittent term high here formed at a premium at premium arrays. We had a slight S&T between NAS and ES displacement, and then I return to this order block here. On the other hand, we come down relative to that 930 low, came down into a discount, took out the short-term low, filled in the rest of this imbalance, and that could be seen as a long. So if you can frame both sides, you shouldn't be taking a trade. And then also we respected this balanced price range here, right here. Notice how before NASDAQ shot lower here, notice how this 943 candle, after it shifted below these up close candles, notice how it opens, taps right up into the midpoint of these two up close candles, and then trades lower. So there's that swing high taken out that I was telling you was most likely going to be taken out. No surprises here. And then I want to see if we can reach up deeper into this higher gap here. Oh, there you go. So it looks like ES may want to take out this high here. For anyone that was rushing to put a trade on, maybe put their stop above this high here. So hopefully you learned a little bit here on identifying not so great conditions beforehand and being able to identify 50-50 conditions. I mean, maybe you're cool with gambling and putting your personal money at risk, but I'm trading, I'm not gambling. Some people say there isn't a difference, but obviously that's not true. But alright, so that 930 opening range high that was set in place was just swept right here. We'll see if we can get some type of S&T divergence to form here. So if it wants to go lower, you want to see it completely disregard this gap here. But other than that, I would say it's 50-50 once again. I can frame a short and a long here, so. And I want to see how we act now that we've cleared this opening range high. Internal sell side, or not sell side, buy side was, not only was this London high taken out, but this high, and this high as well. Maybe someone was holding positions from when they went short up here and trailing their stop below any of these swing highs. Another thing I should probably mention is we do have SMT divergence on the lows that were set in place here. Right here, so Dow made that lower low, but we failed to on ES and NASDAQ, so that's another thing to note. So yeah, this here could have been a short, and this here could have been a long. So once again, I'm able to frame both a short and a long. So that means I'm not going to enter in a 50-50 market. But for the upside, for those who are trying to pick tops, maybe they want to sweep this high here. Not saying it's going to happen today, because once again, I never expect too much for Mondays. There have been very good Mondays that I've seen before, but it's better just to keep your expectations low on Mondays, that's all. But also on the upside, we also did just break this order block opening and the high of this breaker here. So I can take that off. And then for me, I would say, wrong line. I would say this will be the last line of defense. Oh, whoops. So I'm going to take the midpoint of this order block here on the 15-minute time frame. So that to me is the last line of defense. Anything other than that, I would say that we're going to see a continuation higher. You see on the 2 minute, we were tracing to that inefficiency. Also the 3 minute. You can see it on the 2 and 3 minute, but not on the 1 minute. So let's check on NASDAQ here. Looks like it's gonna want to catch up here, come for this opening range high. So that's what I'm favoring for NASDAQ now. Doesn't mean we're gonna get an entry on it, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? So if let's say that ES is really gonna get aggressive to the upside, it would leave this immediate rebalance here, so it trades back to the previous candle's high here. Immediate rebalance, and then it would leave this open as a breakaway gap. So if it does that, then I'll really be looking for higher targets. Okay, just dipped into that tiny little gap there. And then this order block here. See that? And we are right around, yeah, we're up in a premium here. And if you take the overall daily range, you see the business on that. So you can see a nice reaction off that 15-minute order block. So now that we're trading down back to where it did that immediate rebalance, doesn't look like it's too eager to continue higher. So that idea is no longer an idea. And yeah, the only thing for shorts I would be able to see here is we don't take out this high. We have SMT divergence, and then we get displacement off of that, off of this order block here. And we're also wicking off rather aggressively here off this balanced price range. So that's another good signature to see. And we just shift below this low here. And then NASDAQ just broke this down close candle right here. And let's monitor and see how it reacts around this inefficiency here. So the macro did its job there. Took out the swing high we were anticipating to take out ahead of time. And swept this opening range high on ES. And what time is it? 10:13. And yeah, we were post macro. Worked into this wick here. Almost the midpoint of it, but doesn't need to get to the midpoint. Just worked in that lower quadrant there. NASDAQ kind of just chopping around here. Okay, so I like how we're trading off this inefficiency here, so I can now potentially, 1 second here. Okay, there we go. Check NASDAQ. Man, you members here are pretty dead this morning. Maybe I should probably put the chat public here. Guess it is a Monday, so don't blame you. There we go. Alright, so I like how we're multiple times wicked off that inefficiency there in the down close candle. So I'm just going to go in with the lowest leverage. Simply one contract. Not sure why I don't have a stop loss, but what's going on here, Trade-O-Bate? Anyone else having this problem here? No take profit, no stop loss. What's up, Ross, Sean? Morning. Sniper entry. Alright, so I don't have a stop loss or a take profit here. Not sure what to do about that. Let me see if I can refresh the page. Okay. I might just have to close the position here because I'm not a person who trades without a stop loss. So let me see what I can do here. Whoops. Alright, yeah. I'm just gonna close the position here. I'm sorry, but I will never trade below stop loss, so I definitely hit the check marks on both of these here, so let me try it one more time. Just put a buy limit. I don't even know how to do that. I don't do buy limits or anything like that. I just place my positions here and set my take profit and stop loss. So if anyone wants to help me out there. I like how we just traded above this high here and really wicked off there. So it took those resting buy stops above these two highs here. Oh, okay. I see. So 4, 5, 3, 6. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just closing the trade again. I guess I'll just take the $120 loss there for no reason because of my broker, but we had a very good week last week, so not too worried about that. But this is another reason why when anyone asks me, do you recommend any brokers, and I always say no. Like, they all have bad things about them. Like, none of them are really, you can say, are good. They all kind of suck, but guess some of them work, so bro, the things you have said in your previous live stream have really helped me a lot. Appreciate it. Please keep up with the quality content. Appreciate that comment. Yeah, I'll continue to do that. Could it be your broker that was doing that, not TradingView? Yeah, I'm assuming it's not TradingView, so it's more than likely the broker, but it's good we got out anyway. We would have got chopped up here, so I'm not really worried about it. I was going to short here, place my stop right above this swing high, so like a very tight stop for Monday, so would have taken like a $120 loss anyways. It's just funny, but though, because that second entry I took there, quote unquote entry, I just threw that in there to see if it was like a glitch the first time, see if it would set my stop and take profit, and then it ends up gapping up, creating this void, and then trading up here, for to take away $100 from me. These sly little brokers. Sometimes I feel like they do it on purpose. You never know. They're about their money, so shit. But yeah, what time is it? It's 10:23. Typical Monday here, honestly. Well, not typical. We did have a nice large range up, but to me, there was nothing really high probability to enter on to get in this move anyways, so probably should have just followed last week's schedule, which included skipping Monday, but I was eager to get in here with you guys after that amazing last week. Hi, I can't see the join button. Everyone else seemed to be able to find it. Maybe try to go to my channel on a laptop. Maybe then it'll work. Hopefully you're the only one that can't see the join button though, because I don't know why the join button would be gone. What's crazy is I don't Sniper Entry King says, what's crazy is that I don't really trade ICT, but the way you preach about what it really takes to become a trader has helped me with not rushing into trades and having strict discipline. I love to hear that, actually, because I really love to hear that, because this comment here just explains what I try to preach in the first place, is it doesn't matter what you're trading. If you have the discipline and psychology, you can be a profitable trader. Everyone thinks ICT is like the holy grail, and just because you learn his concepts, you're going to be a millionaire in 6 months. So yeah, I guess Steven, I guess you have to access that on the laptop there. So the only thing that would interest me for lower prices is if we get below this low right here. Once again, I'm not a breakout artist, like I always say, but I just need to see some more meaningful displacement. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but rather than just come down a little bit, come up again, all the way up to this high, and then trade down a little bit, come back up. Yeah, none of that's enough for me. So alright, so it looks like I have awakened some of my private members here, so go back here. So we are down $120 here. Apparently the brokers are out here to get me. They're watching my streams. Obviously, I'm not too worried about it, but it is very irritating whenever you put on a position here. You're wanting to put your stop loss somewhere up here, but you can't even set a stop loss or a take profit, but it is what it is. Shit happens. So we actually repriced the whole way up to the opening of this order block here. See that? Yeah, I think I missed it a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. And on the NASDAQ, we reached that, let's see here, right up to that 79% retracement level. Beautiful swing point made there. Kind of just chopping around here once again. We need to see some meaningful displacement. Join button should be beside the subscribe button. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not sure if you can only access that with a laptop, but you should be able to see it on whatever device you're on. Let's see what the Dow's up to. Nothing much to commentate here on the Dow other than we've reached premium. Clear buy side. We have a gap down here with sell side. We do have more meaningful displacement on Dow, but that doesn't mean anything to me. So yeah, I might be closing up shop here by 11:10, I would say, the end of that next macro. I haven't really seen anything high probability here today. In hindsight, this looks like an amazing long right here. Obviously, you've probably heard me say this before, but some entries are simply just only good in hindsight. At the time of this entry, there was also a short that could be framed and lower targets, and then with this buy here, you could also have a target above this high and deeper into this bounce price range and this order block. But yeah, you could have made profit off this if you're a gambler, but normally gambling profits are a very low sustainable energy source in the trading space, so the more you know. So I think we may have just I'm not here trying to predict tops and bottoms, but there is a potential that we've relatively set in place the entire daily range today, from low to high. So I'm really just scouting out these next 30 minutes here. If it doesn't give us anything, I'll just close up shop. I don't trade lunch. There are days where there's a very clean lunchtime setups, but I just prefer not to bother with it in general. So So, if everything went well here with the brokers, my short would be at 4.5. The stop would not have been hit, and we would be about a handle and a half in profit. Obviously, that's nothing, but I'm not too interested in this price action as of now, anyways. So maybe it was a good thing that the brokers fucked me over here, but. So I want to see us really get below this swing low right here. So if we take the daily range here, you can see discount is down here, which would be below this previous hour low here. And then I'm also going to throw this on here to see if we can use this as some type of inversion. I did not draw that correctly. There we go. Perfect. So we're still just not getting the displacement we're looking for here. It just keeps coming down, coming right back up. Coming down, coming up. Wick down, come right up. So and the reason why I still have this breaker here is, let's go up, this breaker here, this high, low, high, is because you can also use breakers as inversion. So you see once we got above it, you see we trade into it, trade off, trade into it, trade off, and just continuously using it as support here. And let's go to the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ just made a higher high there. I believe most likely went, yeah, violated that midpoint of the two up close candles here. So that kind of kills my interest here. I'm going to take that off. And as of right now, we're kind of just in no man's land. which if you expect too much out of Mondays, you will find yourself in no man's land more times than not. Can you show your fib settings? Well, it's just... So, I'm actually going to take this breaker off here. All it is obviously the standard 0 and 1, and then it's 79%, 62%, and 50%. So I guess you can just screenshot this or whatever. Just screenshot that. This is the only fib I use here. And then these negative 0.5, negative 1, and negative 1.5. That's just for measuring purposes. So if I was seeing like a high probability setup, I can do something like this. Or wrong tool. So this high and low that was created. Longer term, you see that measured price swing ends up around below these low sell side here. So perfect. And about the midpoint of this imbalance here. Which would be too much stuff on the chart. This imbalance right here on the daily time frame. And once again, in the very beginning of the stream, I was saying that it's low probability because, one, we had a very beautiful bullish, classic bullish weekly profile. We've reached our very deep premium target. And then we had this indecisive candle on Friday, and then you come in on the opening at Monday, and you find yourself kind of in no man's land. So, not surprised with the chop here at all. Oh, you just like the colors, huh? Yeah, me too. So these two down close, or not down close, these two up close candles right here is an order block, one order block. See how we opened here, wicked up into that a little bit, then we traded off here. Still no meaningful displacement though, so nothing we can execute on here. But I'm gonna see what this next macro here in 8 minutes gives us. If nothing, obviously we'll close up shop here, come back. I believe I said 8:20 tomorrow morning. We have that red folder news at 8:30, so So you see how we wick down into this 15-minute gap here, and we weren't able to trade through that with any good deal of displacement. So that right there, kind of what kills any hope for going lower. So now we do have these two highs stacked up here, which would be that 10 o'clock high. So yeah, normally the market isn't going to leave like this type of high intact. You know, it'll make the high, displace. Like, it's not going to come up, match this high, come up almost to this high, and then just like slowly work lower. It's most likely going to come and take this out. And Steven says NASDAQ looks good. Let's go over there. Alright, so yeah, we did get some displacement here. You see this breaker here. See how it's wicking off of there. And then if it comes back into here, you want to see it act as like some type of institutional order flow entry drill and treat this as a balanced price range. But yeah, simply just because if you zoom out to the 5-minute, 15-minute, you can see how sloppy it is. And then ES has this very unconvincing high it made here. So even if it does retrace, I'm not going to be going short on the NASDAQ. So even if it pans out, so I'm here to trade my model. Yeah, if that means I miss moves, I'm okay with that. But as of now, this sloppiness here on a Monday is not a part of my model, so yeah. So as stated, most likely we're going to come and take this high out here. Markets usually don't leave highs that look too clean like this intact. So that breaker holding for the NASDAQ there. Not liking the 5-minute though, yeah. For sure. 15 minutes even uglier. Look at all these wicks. If you go into the marketplace and you go to the 15-minute time frame and you see a whole lot of long wicks and whatnot, it's probably just best if you just close your laptop, honestly. Not even paid any mind. We did work up in that upper quadrant of this original wick from the 9 o'clock hour. However, we respected the midpoint here and the body is closed in the lower quadrant. So like I said, if it trades up here, you want to see that act as a balanced price range right there. This old gap here. Because it's already efficiently been offered buy side and sell side. And then once it moves away from it, you want to see it act as a balanced price range. Let's see what those highs were taking out on ES. There you go. So now that buy side has been cleared, we can now monitor this macro we're entering here and see if it gives us anything I like. So yeah, as you guys saw with the live stream, I was anticipating these three highs here to be taken out. Obviously, it's not a surprise here. Now we just have to look and see if we can get some form of a high probability entry, which I'm not too certain is going to happen here, which is completely fine with me. So. So this 938 high here still failed to be taken out on the NASDAQ, so we still have that S&T divergence between the two averages here. Oops. So this high right here. And then I'm going to go look at the Dow again once more. So, see how I broke this swing high here that was formed in the balanced price range? That's not what you want to see. You want to see it like hang around in there. So yeah, very tricky morning here. If you feel a little lost here, that's completely fine. It's not a very great morning in terms of high probability. So notice how I wasn't able to say too much about the higher time frames this morning. That's a clear sign that it's lower probability. And this 15-minute gap is still respected within this inversion gap. So yeah, this may end the morning here. I'll give it 5 more minutes. Just to the end of this macro here, or towards the end of it. Come on, macro. Do your magic. But yeah, this is just how trading goes, guys. Sometimes you'll be in the marketplace for hours and get nothing. And then some days you'll only be in there for like 30 minutes and you'll catch amazing moves. So if you rewind back to last week, I believe it was my Thursday live stream. Very low probability. No queen entries were caught that day. We were in there for about 2 hours and 40 minutes, I want to say. Nothing. And then Friday, we were all together for about an hour, and we caught 20 handles. 20 handles on the NASDAQ live. So that's just how trading goes. Some days are better than others. Alright, so we did just get displacement off the high of this balance price range. Now that we're back below this breaker, just because we got above it doesn't mean I'm done with it. Now that we displaced below it, I really want to see it act as resistance now. And let's see, it is 10:57. I want to see it get to these up close candles here at least. Alright, so now that buy side has been cleared and we're within that macro, I can go short here, but I will close the trade if trade of 8 doesn't allow me to so look, you see I have my stop loss and take profit set in place. You can clearly see that. Let's see if it gives it. Nope, nope. So 454750. Is this how you do it here? God damn it, trade of 8. Alright, I'm gonna close the trade again. I'm going to be in contact with them after this live stream. This is very frustrating, but yeah. We'll see here. 1050 to 1110. It's the macro I was speaking of. So you guys clearly saw that I had my stop loss and take profit set in place, but it's just not giving it to me. So and I'm not gonna like play around and try to set extra buy limits and sell limits. So you guys just take a look at the 5-minute time frame. You see the chop. Chop. So in my opinion, this calls for you just closing your laptop and going on about your day and coming back tomorrow. where hopefully we can catch some good moves there. So yeah, I gotta get in contact with Tradeovate here, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 8:20 a.m. But yeah, other than that, good luck. Don't push it in this no man's land here. See all the wicks there? But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:20 a.m. Have a good rest of your day.